see me? Right here. Hi, I'm Dave Salmoni for Animal Planet, and these are your Animal Bites. Let's talk camouflage. So let's talk camouflage. What is camouflage? Camouflage is trying to hide. Oftentimes it's just trying to blend in with your environment. In other cases, it's times when you try to look like another animal in order to sneak away from those predators or look like a predator that's scarier than you actually are. But all in all, it's one of the best ways to stay alive in the natural world. Some of the most fun you can have in the wild is looking at how animals use camouflage. Let me talk to you about some of my very favorite forms of camouflage. So I'm never going to start a list of favorite things if I can't thank tigers first, because I really love tigers. I think the tiger is one of the best predators on the planet, and he does so because he uses camouflage. He is the best at sneaking up on things and getting a rush on it so he can grab its dinner. Now, how does he do that? He is striped. When you look at him at the zoo or something, you'll see orange, black, white. It seems to stand out very well. But in a wild environment like this, in the forest, in places where they can hide, light is shining through in some places, making it light, making it dark, making a mottled light environment. The stripes work very well with that, because what the tiger's trying to do with the stripes is break up its silhouette. It doesn't want the prey to recognize, oh, I see that shape, that's a tiger, I better run. The tiger uses all the different types of light, the different shapes in the bushes and the grasses, and he tries to hide himself so well that he can get nice and close and make that big rush. Another striped animal like the zebra is trying to do the opposite. The zebra is also trying to break up its silhouette using its stripes, but he does so because he's trying to avoid detection from a predator. So a predator is looking around trying to find its food. If he looks across the savanna as the heat waves are rising, those stripes help that zebra's silhouette kind of get broken up and give that zebra a little chance of not being detected. There's a lot of heated debate as to what the use of stripes are on a zebra. That's the best theory that I know. I kind of buy that because I spent a lot of time in Africa staring at zebras, and it really does work in those particular cases. Now, you cannot talk about camouflage if you're not going to talk about one of the most famous camouflageurs on the planet, the chameleon. Now, the chameleon is thought to be able to change its colors based on what environment it's in. Not exactly true. The only chameleon that can actually change its color is the males, the adult males, and they typically only change color when there's another male around where they want to show off, or a girlfriend around where they're also trying to show off. So they have kind of a relaxed state, which is sort of the green color that you're used to seeing, and that blends in very well with the vegetation that they live in. And then they have their less relaxed, the excited state, which brings out the reds, the orange, the yellows, and that's the showy coloration. Unfortunately, they don't have all the colors in the rainbow to sort of hide as a predator comes by. Now, one of my favorite forms of camouflage is something called mimicry. Mimicry is trying to look like something you're not. You really have to look at this next animal. It's probably the coolest animal you're going to see today, the owl butterfly. The butterfly will land on a log and it will completely look like an owl's face. Now, it does so because it has these spots that look like owl eyes. So what happens is its predators, the little birds that come down and might want to eat a butterfly, look and say, whoo, owl, and they take off because they thought there was an owl there. Now, there's other types of mimicry, like the leaf insects, who actually look like leaves. And another really cool thing about these leaf insects is they've learned actually how to walk, so they look like leaves blowing in the wind. And if you look at them, with a glancing eye, you would never know the difference between that and a leaf. You actually have to pick one up or really study it before you see, oh, wait a minute, that's got some legs, to know it's an insect. Now, you can't talk about mimicry if you're not going to talk about the stonefish. The stonefish is living in the bottom of the ocean, hangs out in the rock and the coral, and it literally looks like a stone. You might know of it because it's the most venomous fish on the planet, so don't step on one. But what they do is their skin looks like stone from the reef, and their eyes actually look like algae. And they sit and they wait for a fish to come right along, and as soon as it's within the striking distance, grabs it. Really good predator, great using that mimicry, looks just like a stone. Now, what about things that you might not think of as camouflaged? There are animals out there that you wouldn't necessarily go, oh, that's a camouflaged animal. But when you think about it, camouflages very, very well. What about the great white shark? The great white shark is two-toned. It's dark on its back and it's light on its belly. And the reason that works is if I'm a seal swimming underneath the water and I'm looking up to see if there's a shark above me, all I'd see is the light from the reflecting off the water, and I'd see that light belly the shark hides well. If I'm a seal and I'm swimming on the top and I'm looking down, the dark water, dark back, hides the shark very, very well. Great white sharks are camouflaged, and they use it because they're great predators. Guys, thanks for joining. Thanks for giving me a reason to wear one of my favorite sweaters. I hope you saw me today because I feel like I might be blending in very, very well. Please do me a favor, comment below. I'll answer whatever I can. Anyways, thanks for joining. We'll see you next time.